Yes, Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to eyecareamerica.org.
Don't look now, but the Giants could clinch a playoff spot this weekend. Happy New Year, everybody. We're excited to have you at the party with us today. Welcome to Week 17 and welcome to 2021. We made it. We are doing this thing. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, getting you ready for all the NFL action this weekend, making picks on all the games with playoff implications as the NFL enters its final week. And as always, I'm joined by our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Hey, new users, plug in the promo code. It's right there on your screen, MoreWays1000, to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. It's easy, it is legal, and it is so much fun. And we're getting this party started. It's going to be a fun final week for the NFC East. Take a look at the standings here in the division right now. The Giants can make the playoffs. I repeat, can make the playoffs with a win against Dallas and a Washington loss. We're breaking down both of these games right now, so let's roll, guys. And let's start with the G-Men hosting Dallas. The two teams heading in opposite directions here, guys. You've got the G-Men who have lost 3 in a row. Then you've got Dallas who has won 3 in a row. The line on this game right now, 3 points. Dave, is it going to be a happy new year for New York? Which side do you like here?
I don't think it is, and I don't think it's really going to be a happy new year for Dallas either, because I think Washington wins the game later on in the day. But for this game in particular, I think Dallas is the better squad right now. And you mentioned the winning streak that Dallas has. In those 3 games, they've scored 36 points. In Washington's the Giants' 3 losses, 8.7 points. So their offense is struggling. Dallas is not. And they own the Giants anyways as a better 6-1 against the spread if you're betting on the Cowboys the last 7 times they played the Giants. The Giants are a terrible home dog. We made some money when the Browns beat them a couple of weeks ago in a similar spot. So give me the Cowboys.
Dave, this is one of those examples where you can actually go back to the preseason, and for all of our projections, chances are we all thought that the Cowboys had the best offense in the division, and it turns out that's exactly what's going on. 3 different receivers for Dallas, when targeted, give their quarterback a passer rating of more than 100. As for the Giants, how many receivers do they have that help their quarterback get a passer rating of at least 100? None. The receiving core just too good for the Cowboys, and they'll cover the spread on Sunday.
All right, you guys, there you go. Let's get the right take now on this matchup. For that, we've got to get to our guy in Chicago. Yes, our NFL expert, Cole Wright, joining us from Marquee Sports Network, formerly of NFL Network. Cole, you heard the guys' picks there. Which team do you have winning, and by how many points in this matchup? And, hey, Happy New Year to you, Cole.
Happy New Year to you, too, Lisa, and all the guys. But this game right here reminds me of Martin Mull and Michael Keaton in a potato sack race in Mr. Mom. It's going to be a stumble to the finish. Now, I know that both of these teams are both mathematically alive, but this Dallas squad, Lisa, they just seem more equipped right now to handle the playoffs than the G-Men. Now, last weekend, a win over Philly, Zeke Elliott went for over 100 yards for just the 2nd time all season. And even though he's seen a downtick in production, he's 63 yards away from a 4th season with over 1,000 on the ground. Now, Dallas, as you said, they're on a 3-game hot streak. And over those 3 games, 7 sacks. So expect the Dallas defense to get after Daniel Jones. I see the Cowboys winning this one, 21-17.
All right, the G-Men and those fans at home are sitting there going like, hey, I'm still rolling with my team. They can make the playoffs. So Giants fans, go ahead and root for your team and root for your bet. If you roll with your guys and take New York and those 3 points, a winning $50 bet means you're going to collect more than $92 on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And if they win it outright, check this out. The Giants could win the division and make the playoffs after starting the season 1-7. Let that sink in, guys. But for that to happen, Washington would have to lose in Philadelphia. So let's go ahead and break down that game. The Eagles are getting 1.5 points in this matchup. Ed, which team are you backing here in this matchup?
Lisa, this is one of those rare times when I prefer waiting closer to kickoff to discern the quarterback situation in Washington. Dwayne Haskins is out. Alex Smith is not entirely healthy. So these things matter here leading up to kickoff, but perhaps just as important last week was the absence of receiver Terry McLaurin. This season, McLaurin has accounted for 35.58% of his team's air yards, 8th highest in the NFL. His average yards after catch above expectation, 1.9 yards. That's also 8th highest in football. Washington relies on him a lot in the passing game, and he makes plays by himself after the catch. Running back Antonio Gibson was also on a snap count. That hampered things among all backs in football. 16th in rushing yards over expected per carry at .44 yards. They rely on him a lot with 151 carries, even though they haven't led in too many games. At this point, too many offensive concerns for Washington for me to feel comfortable here. I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
I have offensive concerns with the Eagles. You know, they've scored 17 points or less in 5 of their last 7 games. They couldn't score against the Dallas Cowboys last week, and that concerned me a little bit. I thought they'd put up 30, 35 against Dallas, and they just were not able to do that. So what are they going to do against this Washington defense? I don't think very much. And whether it's a healthy Taylor Heineke or a less than 100% Alex Smith, I'm okay with either of those quarterbacks going against this Philadelphia Eagles team that is the only team that has nothing to play for other than to try to spoil a team's hopes. But I think Washington is the right play here.
All right, again, Washington getting 1.5 here. Cole, I want to get you back in here for your take on this game. You heard what the guys had to say. What do you make of this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, Lisa, the fans of the Washington football team all season long, they've been in a glass case of emotion. There's been ups and downs, and we've known that from the very beginning of the season. Now, 2020 and for the Washington Redskins, it sounds as simple as win and you're in, but it's not going to be that easy because the Eagles, like Dave said, they're already eliminated, but in true Philly fashion, nothing would be better than to see the Eagles play division spoiler. Now, Jalen Hurts, he's going to look for some 2021 momentum, especially after throwing that late pick and the loss to Dallas, that blowout loss. Meanwhile, Alex Smith or Taylor Heineke, whoever it is, they're hopefully going to provide just enough distraction for Washington to focus and forget about Dwayne Haskins. But in the end, I don't think it's going to be enough. The Eagles, I still think they get the win in this one, 24-21 game.
All right, you guys, and there you go. Giants fans, I know you want to tail Cole there. You are going to root against Washington in this matchup so your team can make the playoffs, and you can make money while you're at it. Yes, if you bet on the Eagles getting the points in this matchup, you're going to collect more than $94 on a winning $50 bet. Again, you can make those bets right now, the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Now, that is a look at the NFC East and how it could all play out this weekend. More on the rest of the NFC playoff picture coming up right here on More Ways to Win. But right now, let's focus on the AFC and the win and you're in games in the scenarios here. Guys, you see the AFC standings on your screen. 4 teams can clinch a postseason spot with a win. And we're going to make quick picks on all of those games right now. So let's get started here and move on. Let's start with the Titans' chance to clinch the AFC South Division. Of course, a playoff spot with that, with a win in Houston. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry leads the league in rushing. He's absolutely legit. The Texans have given up the 2nd most rushing yards this season. Dave, then you've got J.J. Watt putting his team on blast this week. I absolutely loved it. Called their performance this season, quote, trash. The Texans are getting 7.5 points in this one. Do you think they can cover after that wake-up call from Watt?
I think they're going to be even more trash now. They might just completely lay down. I don't think that his his rally is going to help much in this case because Tennessee is so much the better team. You mentioned the rushing yards that they allow, but also off of the pass and catch to the running backs last week is too. Bernard and Pirine were both awesome catching the ball in the backfield. So you added up rushing and receiving yards to their running backs, 273 yards, and that's to the Bengals. So what is Derrick Henry going to do to this defense? He's just going to plow right through them all game long. I'm willing to lay the 7.5 points. This is a huge game for the Titans. If they don't get the job done, they lose the division if the Colts win, and they might just drop out of everything if none of those other teams in the wild card spots lose. Tennessee could drop entirely out of the playoffs, so they need to take care of business.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where Houston's certainly capable of scoring plenty of points. Tennessee's defense has a lot of work to do if they want to make a run in the playoffs like they did a season ago. I would not read too much into that Titans loss from a week ago. Players didn't trust their footing in the snow. Coaches made odd decisions on fourth down. If you take that game out, they're still third best in terms of offensive EPA per play. Houston is 13th, but they are sliding. I just don't think the Texans can keep up in what will probably be a shootout. Take the Titans.
All right, there it is, guys. Let's move on to another game here with playoff implications. The Dolphins are another win, and you're in team. They're in Buffalo. The Bills clinch the number 2 spot if they win this game, so they also have something to play for here. Ed, Buffalo looked dang good in that Monday night blowout against the New England. They're giving 1 point in this one. Who do you like here? I'm excited for this game.
Yeah, I am too, because it does seem pretty unpredictable here. Now, if you look at things in a vacuum and don't even think about playoff implications, my model has this closer to Miami -9. Here's the thing, though. Some of the more conservative analytic models, again, taking out the situation we see, it's like 5.5 to 8.5. Nobody really has this with the Dolphins covering. Questions are, how much motivation is there for Buffalo, and how might Miami handle another in-game quarterback switch? Buffalo's backup quarterback is Matt Barkley. His EPA per dropback is -.00532. That's basically a little less than average. Josh Allen is third highest in football. Ryan Fitzpatrick's EPA per dropback is .189, much better than Tua's. Fitzpatrick gives Miami the best chance to win, but I can understand why they'd start Tua, because you're trying to develop a young quarterback. There are just too many moving parts here for me to feel comfortable about Miami. I like Buffalo covering. And Dave is speechless.
Well, what you got?
This is no,
right? He's like, no, you're absolutely right.
No, this is one of those games where I love to bet. I'm a gambler. I'm not touching this game. There's so many uncertainties. Is Buffalo trying? Or are they not trying? I mean, Steelers are resting everybody. Why do they even need to win this game? Because Steelers are going to lose to the Browns. Whatever you want to do on this one, go for it, Ed. I'm not touching it.
Just throwing it away. All right, well, let's move on here on the show. The Ravens will try to play their way into the postseason by winning in Cincinnati. Baltimore is one of the hottest teams in the league right now, winning 4 in a row, averaging 37 points in those games. It is best in the league, guys. Ravens giving 11.5 in this matchup. Dave, can they cover that?
I don't think they have to. When you said hottest team in the league, I thought you were going to say the Cincinnati Bengals. They have won 2 in a row for the first time since, I don't know, it's been seasons since they've been able to put together back-to-back wins. And I've kind of been on this Bengals train the last few weeks with this underdog pick. I don't think they're going to win the game, but I do believe that they can keep it close enough and cover because, don't look now, but they have an offense. 64 points in the last 2 games. Yes, Baltimore obviously has a ton to play for in this spot, but I think they'll be very content to get a win and move on to the playoffs. It doesn't mean they need to win by 12, though. I'm taking the points.
Yeah, if you take motivation out of this equation, my number is actually more like 15.5 here. Ravens are only slightly better passing it than the Bengals, but it's the ground attack that I think is going to be the big difference here. It's going to limit possessions for Cincinnati to try and get back into this football game. Lamar Jackson scrambling a good bit more and more comfortable with quarterback draws, and he might be the best to do it in the National Football League. I think Baltimore wins this one big.
It is a big line as well right now, 11.5, guys. Let's move on here. How about the Browns? Dave's waited 3 seasons to hear me say that. Haven't made the postseason since 2002. Now have a chance to end the league's longest playoff drought. They can do that with a win against none other than an AFC North rival, Pittsburgh, who, by the way, is starting backup quarterback Mason Rudolph, going ahead and resting Big Ben and a number of other starters as well. This line moved 3 full points following that news about Mason Rudolph. Pittsburgh getting 10 on the road. Ed, do they cover?
It's amazing how much we forget about what Mike Tomlin did a season ago when he had to play backup quarterbacks pretty much every single week. And still the Steelers were competitive and in the playoff hunt. And this is going to be no exception as far as this game is concerned. Last week, I was less concerned about COVID issues for Cleveland in terms of issues at wide receiver. I'm more concerned that all of a sudden they couldn't run the ball. They were 24th in EPA per rush against one of the worst defenses in football last week. And I argue, given rushing yards over expected, Cleveland should always be in the top 3. For Pittsburgh, they must be exhausted with COVID interruptions, but they played well against Cleveland's defense in that last meeting. 4th highest EPA per rush at .26, and that's with Cleveland knowing they were going to run the football. Pittsburgh has less to play for. They are resting starters, but here, I think I'm going to take the points. I think the Steelers might make this interesting.
I don't think so. I think there's really no incentive for them to do anything. They're locked into the number 3 spot. So why not just lay down and lose 40-0? The only interesting thing is this the game. Remember last year, Mason Rudolph got his head knocked in by Myles Garrett, and this is the spot that Mike Tomlin chooses to play him. This could get feisty out there on the field.
Dave, you're absolutely right. This is exactly the conversation I had in my kitchen with my husband last night. This is exactly the matchup that I think is going to play out as well. It might get a little spicy and dicey. All right, there you have it, guys. Picks for all the games with playoff implications in the AFC. You can tail or fade our guys and make your bets on the FanDuel Sportsbook app right now. Plus, check out all the lines for all the games here in Week 17. We're going to preview the games impacting the NFC playoff picture in just a few minutes, so definitely stay with us for that. Now, right now, everybody just take a moment, a deep breath. It is time to congratulate our FanDuel winner from last week. Ed Egros, this moment is all yours. Congratulations, Ed. You went head-to-head with our duelers and ended up with on top with your picks. I'll be sure to overnight this for you. I grabbed this from the trophy case because it's yours.
Oh,
I'll send this to you in Dallas.
Please.
Patrick might wonder where it is, but it's fine. I'll let him know it's in good hands.
Your secret is safe with me. Nobody will see this, right? This is our own conversation here.
How's it feel to be champ?
It feels amazing. Greatest thrill of my life. I can't imagine anything off the top of my head better than this, regardless of whatever other awards I ever earn in my life. This is the one I've always dreamed about.
This is the one. This is the one. We're happy to share the trophy as well. All right, Ed, but can you defend the crown, the trophy this week? We're going to get his bets for this week in just a second. Before that, we've got another challenger to take on our experts this week. We'd like to welcome Davis Maddock, a host for Sports Grid, here onto the show. Here's how it works. Our guys get $100 virtual dollars and have to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for games this week. Davis, awesome having you with us here on the show. Good luck. And how are you betting that money? Let us know.
I'm Davis Maddock from SportsGrid.com, and I have 3 bets and $100 virtual dollars to wager with you guys this week. Our first bet is against the spread. We're going to be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home against the Atlanta Falcons on the spread. Just think the Buccaneers roll pretty easily in this game. Our next bet, the first bet, $25. Our second bet, another $25 here. We're going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line. Just feel pretty confident that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to come through here and prevent the Washington football team from making the playoffs. And then finally, we have our $50 bet, which is going to be the over in the Green Bay Packers-Chicago Bears game. Mitch Trubisky has been able to put up points, but of course we believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to punish Chicago as he has done through, pretty much his entire career. So for Davis Maddox, Sports Grid, and FanDuel's more ways to win, good luck with your bets this weekend.
Awesome stuff, Davis. And I see you rocking that Kansas City sweatshirt. Power to the Kansas City people. There you have it, guys. Davis is putting $25 virtual dollars on the Bucks, giving the points, $25 on the Eagles to win straight up, and $50 on the over for the Bears Packers game. Great plays there. Dave and Ed, got to get you guys in here. Those are Davis's picks. Same drill for you. 100 virtual dollars. You got to spend it. You have that money. You have to bet one spread, one money line, one total for week 17. Dave, let's rip through your picks.
I did not even recognize Davis without his backwards hat on, which he always likes to wear here on More Ways to Win. But let's talk about my best bet, which is against one of the teams that he was taking. He took the Eagles. My best bet is Washington. So I'm going to put $50 on them on the spread, laying the 1.5 points. I think their defense gets it done, and they get into the playoffs. Now, as far as the money line bet, I'm over the New England Patriots and have been going against them week by week, and I'm going to go against them again. I don't see any reason why the New York Jets wouldn't want to win this game. They're already locked into the number 2 spot as far as the draft goes. When Jacksonville loses, they'll get the number 1 spot. So I think they beat New England. I'll take $20 on them at plus 146, and then I'm going to put the rest of my money, $30, on the under in the Washington game against the Eagles. I think Washington wins somewhere in the 20 to 14 range, low scoring game with Washington winning. That's my $100.
Okay, Dave, good stuff. We'll see how you do against Davis. Ed, our defending champion, what you got?
I got to defend, so I'm going to go with maximum volatility here. $1 on the Packers to cover against the Bears. That number would be more like 12 if Chicago hadn't faced so many bad defenses. Then I'll take $1 on the Jets' money line against the Patriots because YOLO. And my last $98 will go to the Texans-Titans over 56. This is the one I love the most. Both offenses rank in the top 13 in situation-neutral pace of play for Football Outsiders. Both offenses look outstanding, and they're going to score a lot of points quickly. So give me the over on that one and almost all in.
Both offenses look outstanding. Also, read defense is a little suspect. Okay, spread, money line, and totals. There you guys go. You can place those week 17 bets right now. Taylor, guys, or hey, go ahead and make your own bets. You can do it right now, the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Make sure new users use that promo code right there on your screen. More Ways 1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. We're going to go ahead and place that bet a little later in the show. Now, let's focus on the NFC playoff picture. I teased it. Here it is. We deliver. Guys, you see the current conference standings on your screen right now. 4 teams have already clinched a spot. We talked about the NFC East division earlier in the show. So 3 teams are in with a win, and 2 of them are facing off against each other here. That is where we're going to start here for this NFC breakdowns, and let's get right to it. The Arizona Cardinals travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. LA quarterback Jared Goff recovering from that thumb surgery. So John Wolford will get the start. He has never played in an NFL game. Yes, baptism by fire here in week 17. Now they get Arizona, who scored just 12 points in a loss to the 49ers last week. It is their lowest total of the season. Ed, the Rams are still 1-point favorites with Wolford under center. Who do you like here in this matchup?
Yeah, John Wolford, and there are also quarterback concerns for Arizona as well. Kyler Murray may not be 100%, may not even play. Who the heck knows? But defensively, there is no question who the better team is here. Los Angeles has the second-ranked pass defense in terms of EPA per dropback at negative .057. They do not miss tackles. They're third in that department, third fewest in that department with 77. No matter how elusive the opposition is, the Rams clean it up. Arizona's defense comes in 13th in EPA per dropback at .087. They blitz a lot, 39%, 4th highest in football. But if LA beats the blitz, the Cards are in big trouble. If I consider the quarterback issue a wash for both teams, the Rams are better everywhere else, so they cover.
Well, we didn't have the Cardinals in the hunt picture as well. If they win and if the Bears lose, they could jump up here and sneak in as a wild card. So they have incentive to play here. And the Rams are also banged up a little bit on the running back side as well. So this is really a weird line to me without Goff for them to still be favored. I think there's no reason why the Cardinals can't win this game. So I'll take the other side, Ed.
And Ed mentioned it, maybe the uncertainty there under center for the Cardinals as well, playing into this line. But I was confused as well. Great stuff by you guys. Let's move on because we have to talk about Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears hosting division rival Green Bay. And what is up with Chicago's offense, right? They've scored at least 33 points in the last 3 games, all wins. For Green Bay, they clinched the #1 seed with a win here. Dave, the Bears are getting 5.5. Are you taking the points, rolling with Mitchell Trubisky as he's reintroduced himself over the last month?
I'm confident in him. You know, as a starter this year for the Bears, he's gone 6-2, and he has them rolling potentially right into the playoffs if they can pull off this upset at home against the Packers. They were hoping that the Packers would be locked into that bye and they wouldn't really have to play their starters, but that's not the case. So they're going to have to earn this one against Aaron Rodgers and all of the Green Bay offense that they're going to bring. But I think they can do it. They're a very good home underdog over the years, 14-5-1 in the last 20. So I do believe the Bears will keep this close enough to cover.
Dave, that pick epitomizes 2020. It is absolutely rotten. Rotten. You got to go with the Packers here. During Chicago's winning streak, here are the defensive ranks they have faced on this winning streak. Defensive ranks in EPA per play. 30th, 21st, 31st. They have not played a good defense, and now they get a top 5 defense that's especially good at stopping the pass. If the Bears get into an early hole, they are absolutely toast. I think the Packers win this one humongously.
So, yes, good riddance to 2020. I'm dressed for it. See you later. All right, you guys, there's a look at the NFC games impacting the playoff picture this weekend. So excited for all these awesome games ahead of us. We did the AFC earlier, so you have expert picks now on every single game that matters this weekend. You can take that information and you can place your bets right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Again, new users, more ways 1,000. That's your promo code. All right, I'm always all about the plus money. You guys know that. Easy way to get that return is by betting the dog. So let's give some underdogs a little love here. Cole, you know this is one of my favorite segments. Who's on upset alert this week?
Well, I'm going to start with Tennessee and Houston because can the Titans, can they beat the Texans? Well, of course they can, Lisa. We know anytime you have Derrick Henry, anything is possible. However, after a close-knit contest back in Week 6, something tells me that Deshaun Watson and that string of bad luck is going to come to a close immediately, if not soon. Now, 4 straight L's, and 3 of those have been by 1 score. He's just plain and simple too good of a quarterback to end his season with 5 straight losses. So I see Houston getting the win in this one. They're going to stand up after that J.J. Watt tongue lashing, 24-20. And the other game I'm looking at is Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Who cares if there's no Big Ben? Who cares if it's going to be Mason Rudolph and a bunch of starters won't be playing? Because you look at Mason Rudolph and everyone else that'll be penciled in to the starting lineup, and they're all professional football players. And at the end of the day, well, the Cleveland Browns, they couldn't even beat the Jets last week, and the Jets next season, they should be playing the Sun Belt Conference. And back to Mason Rudolph, well, this is going to be an audition. He's going to look to put some good film on tape. So I see the Steelers coming out on top and straight up. 28-21 in this one, Lisa.
Yeah, Cole, I like where your head's at with those as well. Plus 380 on that second one. Do yourself, guys, new users, get in on that action right now. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, and you can make any bet risk-free right now, up to $1,000. Sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. Use the promo code MOREWAYS1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, here's how it works. FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. So let's party, guys. It is New Year's. Dave and Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on a risk-free bet. So let's make our viewers that money. Dave, you first.
All right, it's a 2-team parlay for me, $1,000. I need Washington to win by 1.5, and I'm going to do the alternate spread on the Cowboys. Buy them down to 2.5, so I protect myself in the win by a field goal. I don't get a push on that. $1,000 gets me a $2,500 profit.
Falcons, Buccaneers, alternate total over 56.5. Both offenses rank in the top 5 in situation neutral pace of play. You know Tom Brady is absolutely rolling right now. And Atlanta doesn't need to tank because in terms of quarterback, they're fine. So $1,000 risk-free bet, $2,750 total.
Boom, check, done. Awesome stuff, guys. Gamblers, make sure to sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now to place your bet. And remember, use the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. It's easy, it's legal, it is live. You take your winnings if you hit and get your money back if you don't. Everybody, that is a wrap for us here in Week 17. Happy New Year to you all. Have a happy and safe one, and we'll see you again in 2021. Good luck with your bets.
TVG Sunday. 3-year-old fillies in a Kentucky Oaks prep play the Grade 2 Santa Ynez from Santa Anita. Brought to you by Spendthrift Farm. Watch and wager Sunday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
Wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, a rushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Thierry Radcliffe, Yobi Van de Faune. On adjuge GNV Magner. On adjuge Monsieur Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge 975 000 euros.
TVG Saturday. 3-year-old hopefuls in a Kentucky Derby prep. The Grade 3 Sham Stakes brought to you by Authentic, standing at Spendthrift Farm. Play Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
What's up, Pennsylvania? Welcome to the final week of the NFL season. And hey, welcome to 2021. We bring in the new year with a ton of important games on the NFL schedule. Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, as always, getting you ready for all the NFL action this weekend. We're making picks on all the games with playoff implications as the NFL enters its final week. And as always, I'm joined by our team of sports betting experts. These guys are the best in the business. They are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. Hey, new users, got some love for you. Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. We're going to place this bet a little later in the show. It's easy, it's legal, and it is so much fun. And Steelers fans, take a look at the conference standings in the AFC. Pittsburgh is currently in the number 3 spot. The Browns in the number 7 spot. A Cleveland win this week would clinch a playoff spot, the first since 2002, by the way, which would end the longest active postseason drought in the NFL. And oh, as fate would have it, take a look here. The Browns' division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, are coming to town. Yes, you guys, this is going to be a great game. They're bringing their backup quarterback, Mason Rudolph, to start this one. Big Ben is resting. Other starters are resting. And this line moved 3 full points following that news regarding Mason Rudolph. Pittsburgh is now getting 10 points on the road in this one. Can the Steelers cover that number?
Absolutely, I think they can. Now, there's plenty that is difficult to model in a game like this. Last week, when Cleveland was taking on the New York Jets, I was less concerned about COVID issues at wide receiver for Cleveland and more concerned about the fact that they really couldn't run the football. They weren't one of the best in terms of the ground attack, but against a really bad defense, they came in 24th in EPA per rush. And I'd argue, given rushing yards over expectation, Cleveland should constantly be in the top 3 as far as that's concerned. Now, for Pittsburgh, they must be exhausted with COVID interruptions, but they played well against Cleveland's defense in the last meeting with a 4th highest EPA per rush at .26. Pittsburgh certainly has less to play for. They could rest starters, given seeding is the only motivation for them. Cleveland still hasn't clinched a playoff spot, but to me, the last meeting between these two teams matters most. And I'm expecting a low-scoring game, which means the spread's too big. Steelers cover.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you because I think the Steelers have nothing to play for here. They're basically locked in to a very good playoff seed in winning their division, and Buffalo is probably going to end up winning and holding on to that number 2 spot. So really, why would they go out there and waste any energy when they have a playoff game next week? So for me, the Browns have so much to play for, and I mean, to not have their top flight of receivers last week is huge. You can't ho-hum that. They got those guys back. It's going to be a different game. Whatever they did against the Jets without all of their wideouts, to me, you can't hold that against them here. I think it's a huge game for them. They blow out the Steelers, who aren't trying.
Okay, and it is a big line right now. Again, that line at 10. Let's get the right take on this matchup right now. For that, we've got to get to our guy standing by in Chicago, our NFL expert, Cole Wright, joining us. Cole with Marquee Sports Network, of course, formerly with NFL Network. Cole, you heard the guys' picks there on this game. Which team do you have winning, and by how many points?
Well, I'm thinking about what Marcellus Wallace told Butch in Pulp Fiction, something about pride, because that's what the Steelers have to play for this week. You take a look at the quarterback, it'll be Mason Rudolph, but he's going to look to get some solid film on tape. That's what you call an audition. And when it comes to this team, I saw them last week, and they look like a squad that had a new sense of self. Now, they know that they can't run the football. They're dead last in the league right there, but keeping the quarterback clean and upright and getting off quick shots like Ralphie on Christmas morning, well, that's what the Steelers are good at. And the Cleveland Browns, well, we saw how they got tripped up versus the Jets. And Baker Mayfield, I don't know if he and the Browns attack are going to be ready for what T.J. Watt and company have to offer them. So I think that the Steelers, if they go on to get this win, it's not going to be an easy one, but it will be a W when the dust settles, 28-21, Lisa.
And Cole, I know you love that money line bet again, and plus 380 right now. And Steelers, I saw this on the graphic, and I love this stat. Steelers 9-1-1 straight up in their last 11 against the Browns. I know the Browns were a different team back then, but still, that stat remains, and it'll be a good one there in Cleveland. Steelers fans, if you roll with your guys, take Pittsburgh, tail Cole, tail Ed, and take the points here. A winning $50 bet means you're going to collect more than $93 on your wager. The FanDuel Sportsbook app. Let's get to the Eagles now. Philly can play spoiler as well and keep the Washington football team out of the playoffs. Here's a look at the standings in the NFC East. A Washington win means that they are in as a 7-9 team there to win the East. But the Eagles are looking to end the season on a high note here after losing 6 of their last 7. Philly quarterback Jalen Hurts has been a bright spot, a fun guy to watch here since taking over that starting job under center. But the rookie did turn the ball over 3 times last week. Ed, close line here. The Eagles are getting 1.5. Which side do you like?
Well, one of those 3 turnovers shouldn't have counted, that fumble, and then the last one was garbage time, so no big deal there. This is one of those rare situations when I'm probably going to wait until close to kickoff to bet on this game because the quarterback situation in Washington is certainly uncertain. But more important to me, last week was the absence of receiver Terry McLaurin. This season, McLaurin has accounted for 35.58% of his team's air yards. That's 8th highest in the NFL. His average yards after catch above expectation is 1.9 yards. That's also 8th highest in football, meaning Washington relies on him a lot in the passing game, and he makes plays by himself after the catch. Now, running back Antonio Gibson was also on a snap count. That did hamper things among all backs in football. He's 16th in rushing yards over expected per carry at 0.44 yards. They rely on him a lot with 151 carries, even though Washington has not led in too many games. So at this point, there are too many offensive concerns for Washington for me to feel comfortable, and I like Jalen Hurts. Take the Eagles.
I just question if they can put enough points up on this Washington defense, which has been good all year long. They only scored 17 against the Cowboys. Everybody scores 30 against the Cowboys. They put up only 17 points. So I believe Washington wins this game from a defensive standpoint. Taylor Heineke brought a little bit of spark, a little too late last week, but showed he can run the ball. We'll see if McLaurin goes. That high ankle sprain is never easy to play through. Alex Smith, I'm hoping can play. If he doesn't, though, I still have faith in Heineke. I'll take Washington.
All right, the NFC East playoff picture is certainly interesting here. Cole, I want to get you back in here for your take on this game. You heard the guys there. Who do you have winning this one, and by how many points?
Well, I'll tell you what, fans of the Washington football team, well, they've been on an emotional roller coaster all season long. There were so many stories from the very beginning of the season, but as simple as winning your in sounds for this squad, well, it's not going to be that easy for the Washington squad. Now, the Eagles, they're already eliminated, but in true Philly fashion, nothing would be better than to see that team play division spoiler. Now, Jalen Hurts, we know his upside. He's going to look for some 2021 momentum, especially after throwing that garbage time pick, as Ed said, in that loss to Dallas. Meanwhile, whether it's Alex Smith or Taylor Heineke. Either one will hopefully provide just enough distraction for Washington to focus and forget about everything that went on in the past week with Dwayne Haskins, but it won't be enough once it's all said and done with. I see the Eagles winning this one. It's going to be close, 24-21.
All right, Philly fans, love to hear that. Thank you, Cole. If you bet on the Eagles and take the points here in this matchup, you're going to collect more than $94 on a winning $50 bet. Again, it's the FanDuel Sportsbook app. New users, more ways, 1,000. All right, Pennsylvania, there's a look at the Steelers and Eagles games this week. Now let's focus on the AFC and the games that will impact that conference's playoff picture here. You see the standings on your screen right now. We're going to make quick picks on all of the games that have playoff implications here. So let's go ahead and rock that out. All right, let's start with the Titans here. Chance to clinch the AFC South Division, and of course with that, a playoff spot. With a win in Houston, they've got to get the win, guys. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry leads the league in rushing. We've seen what he's done through 16 weeks here. The Texans have given up the second most rushing yards this season. Dave, J.J. Watt came through, put his team on blast last week, called their performance this season absolute trash. And I quote, Texans are getting 7.5 points in this one. Can they cover after that wake-up call from Watt? What do you think?
Well, I love that he did that, and he stood up for the fans of Houston, saying, look, we got to play harder because these people care, and we're not caring. But I don't think suddenly they're going to care here in Week 17. It doesn't matter, and they can't tackle. They don't cause turnovers. 11 games this year, they have not forced a turnover in. That's remarkable. Only 8 the entire season. That's worse than the NFL. So if you're not taking the ball away from Tennessee, that means Derrick Henry is getting into the end zone frequently in this game. I'm going to think that the wake-up call from Watt isn't going to make a difference here, and Tennessee blows him out.
J.J. Watt might be the most inspiring professional athlete in all of North American sports. I'm still taking the Titans. I just think they're too strong here. Keep in mind when you look at last week's game that the Titans were trailing pretty much the entire time, so they were forced to pass a good bit more. Receivers, I don't think, trusted the footing and the snow at Lambeau Field, so it's going to be heavy doses of Derrick Henry. He may go off for 250, 275 rushing yards in this one. I think the Titans cover the large spread.
Awesome. Regarding the Texans and J.J. Watt, mad respect for J.J. standing up there. He had such emotion and so passionate in that delivery. I am applauding you, J.J. Watt. All right, let's applaud these Dolphins. Another win and in team. They've had a great season. They're in Buffalo, but hey, the Bills clinched the number 2 spot if they win this game. So they have something to play for here. And Buffalo looked dang good in that Monday night win over New England there. They're giving 1 point in this one. Who do you like here?
If this weren't a pandemic year, Anchor Bar would be absolutely rocking in Buffalo right now, no doubt about it. In a vacuum and not considering playoff implications, my model has us closer to Miami -9. Some of the more conservative analytic models I've seen range from 5.5 to 8.5. Excuse me, Buffalo -9. 5.5 to 8.5 more conservative models. Nobody really is giving Miami much of a chance unless you consider the motivation that Buffalo may be playing with or lack thereof. When you look at EPA per dropback for Matt Barkley, backup quarterback for Buffalo, it's negative .00532. That's slightly below average. Ryan Fitzpatrick, his EPA per dropback is .189. Tua's is negative .007. Ryan Fitzpatrick gives Miami the best opportunity to win here, but there's so much volatility in terms of potential quarterback switch in game, what Buffalo is going to do in terms of taking this game seriously. Still, though, I'm going to take Buffalo to cover this one.
Here's what I'm going to do in this game, Ed, and I'm going to utilize the in-game betting FanDuel Sportsbook in this one because pay attention to what's happening in the Pittsburgh game in Cleveland as this one's going on. If Pittsburgh's losing 28-0 at halftime, the Bills also get in to the number 2 seed with the Pittsburgh loss, so maybe they bench their players when they know that they don't need to play them anymore. I'm going to wait on this one and play it in-game and see what's going on with the other one.
That's a savvy bettor right there, Dave. I see you. All right, Ravens. Let's talk about the Ravens. Baltimore will try to play their way into the postseason by winning in Cincinnati. Baltimore is one of the hottest teams in the league right now. They're winning 4 in a row, averaging 37 points in those games. That is best in the league here over that stretch. Ravens giving 11.5 in this matchup. Dave, that's a big line here. Do they cover that?
I don't think they do. Cincinnati's a pretty good team at home as far as covering, and they're hot right now. The Cincinnati Bengals have won 2 games in a row. It never happens. I think we go back to 2017 when they won 2 games in a row, but they deserve to be, less than 11.5 in this one. I think they can keep it to a touchdown. Look at, all of a sudden they have some offense. Bernard coming out of the backfield. Pirine last week was fantastic coming out of the backfield. So they can score. They can match points, I think, enough to keep this one closer than most people think.
Cincinnati is a hot football team because they've won 2 straight. I would look at Baltimore. I think in terms of all the hotness and momentum, I think the Ravens own much, much more than that. My number has this at more like 15.5 here. Ravens may only be slightly better in terms of passing it, but as far as the ground attack, my goodness, Lamar Jackson with his quarterback draws and his scrambling ability, that might be the best in the NFL, and defenses just have not figured out how to stop that, especially as of late. I think Baltimore covers.
I think you're right to blast Dave for calling a 2-game win streak on fire, Dave. All right, now as for the Colts, let's talk about these guys. They will need a win and then some help here to get into the postseason. Indianapolis is hosting Jacksonville. The Jags have won just 1 game all season. Who is that win against? The Indianapolis Colts. Guys, Ed, Colts are giving 14. It's the biggest line of the week. Can they cover 14?
There's a lot to like about Indianapolis. There's not a lot to love about Indianapolis, and it starts with quarterback Phillip Rivers. He doesn't throw it deep. His average depth of target is 7.4 yards, ranking 20th out of 26 qualifying quarterbacks. However, his EPA-CPOE composite, that's 8th best among all qualifying quarterbacks in football at .154. He's efficient with his short throws, and I get the narrative with Jacksonville that the franchise is trying to tank, but they've already secured the top spot in the NFL draft, so now they have permission to try. My number is more like 8 here. I think Jacksonville covers the large spread.
Well, I think the rookie running back is probably not going to end up playing this one. They might shut him down for this game, and that's going to mean they have absolutely no offense to go with what the Colts are going to do. I think this is one where you just pick a number. If the Colts want to win this game by 50, I think they can. But maybe they get up by 14, 17, and they shut it down. I'm going to take the Colts because I think they will get up 4 touchdowns and then kind of shut it down from there.
Well, choose your own adventure there for the Colts. Okay, I see you, Dave. There you have it. Picks for all the games with playoff implications in the AFC. You can tail or fade our guys. You can do it right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Plus, check out all the lines for all the Week 17 games that are available for you right now. We're going to preview the games impacting the NFC playoff picture in just a moment. That is ahead right here on More Ways to Win, so definitely stay tuned for that. All right now it is time to take a collective deep breath, rock out our Happy New Year gear, and present the trophy to our FanDuel winner from last week. Ed Egros, this moment is yours. Congratulations, my friend. I will be overnighting this trophy to you, and just, congrats. How do you feel as the champ?
So I hope you don't mind if I scratch out Patrick Kerney's name and then put my name in there instead. Whenever I have to give that hardware back, if he asks any questions, just say it was, vandalized in transit.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sure he won't notice it missing from behind me here on the trophy case. Awesome stuff. Well, whether he notices or not, it is yours right now. Can you defend the trophy and the crown? That is the question this week. We're gonna get Ed's bet here for this week in just a moment. But before that, we've got another challenger to take on our experts this week. Davis Maddock, a host for Sports Grid. He's joining us this week. Here is how the contest works. All right, our guys get $100 virtual dollars, have to place 1 wager on a spread, money line, and total for games this week. Davis is our FanDuel challenger. Awesome having you with us this week. Good luck to you, Davis. Let us know where your bets are going.
I'm Davis Maddock from SportsGrid.com, and I have 3 bets and $100 virtual dollars to wager with you guys this week. Our first bet is against the spread. We're going to be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home against the Atlanta Falcons on the spread. Just think the Buccaneers roll pretty easily in this game. Our next bet, the first bet, $25. Our second bet, another $25 here. We're going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line. Just feel pretty confident that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to come through here and prevent the Washington football team team from making the playoffs. And then finally, we have our $50 bet, which is going to be the over in the Green Bay Packers-Chicago Bears game. Mitch Trubisky has been able to put up points, but of course we believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to punish Chicago as he has done through, pretty much his entire career. So for Davis Maddox, Sports Grid, and FanDuel's more ways to win, good luck with your bets this weekend.
Good luck to you, Davis. You are a fellow Kansas City dude. I know you graduated from Kansas State. I'm more of a Jayhawks fan, but it's all good. Go Kansas City. Loved your sweatshirt. All right, guys, there you have it. Davis is putting 25 virtual dollars on the Bucks, giving the points, 25 on the Eagles to win straight up, and 50 on the over for the Bears-Packers game. So let our FanDuel competition continue. Dave and Ed, this is where you guys jump in. Those are Davis's picks. Same drill for you, 100 virtual dollars. You have that money and have to bet one spread, one money line, and one total for Week 17. Dave, let her rip. What you got?
How are you going to have a Kansas City sweatshirt and a Dak Prescott jersey? Come on, Davis. What are you doing? But also, what are you doing picking Philadelphia? This is all Washington. This is my best bet, $50 on Washington to beat his Philadelphia Eagles. So we're going to go head-to-head there. One of us will be right. Hopefully it's me. My $20 money line play is going to be on the New York Jets. I think they can pull off this small upset against the Patriots, who are reeling right now late in the season. And then my total is going to be the under in the Washington and Philadelphia game. Low-scoring win by the football team, $30 on the under.
All right, Dave, good stuff. We'll see how you fare against Davis. Ed, our defending FanDuel champion, you are up. What you got?
So I'm going to go for maximum volatility. That's my strategy here because I want to repeat. I want to win this thing again. So I'm going to put $1 on the Packers to cover against the Bears. That number would be more like 12. Chicago hadn't faced so many bad defenses. I'm going to put $1 on the Jets money line against the Patriots because, hey, what the heck? That's the only reason why I'd watch that game anyway. And my last $98 are going to go to the Texans-Titans over 56. Both offenses rank in the top 13 in situation-neutral pace of play for Football Outsiders. Both offenses are absolutely rolling. Love both quarterbacks. I think we'll see a lot of points there.
Okay. And also read not a lot of defense. Thank you, Ed. Spread, money line, and totals right there for you. You can place those Week 17 bets right now. Again, it's the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Tailor, guys, or make your own picks. Have a little fun, guys. Remember, new users, download the app. Place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 just by using that promo code MOREWAYS1000. All right, now let's focus on the NFC playoff picture here. Guys, you see the current conference standings on your screen right now. 4 teams have already clinched a spot. We talked about the NFC East division earlier in the show. 3 teams are in with a win here. 2 of them are facing off against each other here, so that makes it easy. And that is where we're starting. So let's rock and roll. Let's get out west. The Arizona Cardinals travel to L.A. to take on the Rams. L.A. quarterback Jared Goff recovering from thumb surgery, so John Wolford will get the start. Guys, he has never played in an NFL game. Never. So baptism by fire here in Week 17. Now they get Arizona, who just scored just 12 points in their loss to the Niners last week. That was their lowest total of the season. Ed, some uncertainty under center for Arizona as well. The Rams, though, still 1-point favorites with Wolford under center. What do you make of this line in this matchup?
Well, John Wolford is a mobile quarterback, so that means that Arizona's defense will have a unique challenge here. And if you take away the quarterback situation for both teams, because it might be a wash, there's no question who has the better unit defensively. LA, second-rate pass defense in terms of EPA per dropback at negative .057. They don't miss tackles, ranking 3rd fewest with 77. No matter how elusive the opposition is, the Rams clean it up. Arizona's defense, it's not bad. It's 13th in EPA per dropback at .0087. They do blitz a lot, 4th highest in football, but if LA beats the blitz, the Cards are in big trouble. And so in terms of defense and maybe even at head coach, I think the Rams have a clear advantage here, so that's my pick.
If my memory serves me correct, at some point this year early, you either took the Cardinals to make the playoffs or the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl, and now they have the chance to do that, and you're picking against them. Where's your faith in a team that you've liked all year long? Give me the Cardinals. I think they can pull it off.
Well, Dave, you can't call him out when you've been on the Browns the last 3 seasons on this show, and 2 weeks ago you picked against them when it made the most sense to pick the Browns in that spot. So it is not just Ed. Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
You guys, let's move on. We've got to talk about Mitchell Trubisky. Let's talk about Mitch and these Bears hosting the division rival in Green Bay. And what is up with the Chicago offense, right? They have scored at least 33 points in the last 3 games, all wins for Chicago. Then you look at Green Bay. They clinched the #1 seed with a win here in Week 17. Dave, Mitchell Trubisky has certainly reintroduced himself over the last month. The line on this game is 5.5. Who do you like here in this spot?
I like the Bears, but first of all, Lisa, that was last week I picked against the Browns, and they lost to the Jets. So sometimes you just know your team, and you know when they're going to be good, and you know when they're going to be bad. So maybe Ed knows something about what's going on there with the Cardinals. I like the Bears enough that I'm going to bet more than $1 on them. I mean, Ed likes the Packers so much, he's betting $1. I hope you go 2-1 in those games and lose $96 overall. Give me the Bears here. They're a live home underdog over the years, and Trubisky 6-2 as a starter. If they win, playoffs, baby, for the Bears.
Actually, if I do get that $98 bet and nothing else, then you would be right. So that's how that math works. And no, I'm going with the Packers here. First off, Aaron Rodgers absolutely owns the Bears, no question about that. And then this Mitch Trubisky rage that's going on, no, it's entirely overblown. The defenses that he's faced in terms of EPA per play rank 30th, 21st, and 31st. Now he's facing a really good defense in Green Bay. They're absolutely toast. I'm taking the Packers.
Dave, trying to run up against our analytics guy with a numbers competition. I wouldn't go there, Dave. All right, there's a look at the NFC games impacting the playoff picture this weekend. We did the AFC earlier in the show, so now, hey, look at that. You have expert picks on every single game that matters this weekend. You can take that information, place your bets. You can do it right now. You can do it from your phone right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, let's move on because you guys know I am always all about the plus money. An easy way to get that return is by betting the dogs. So let's give some underdogs a little love here, Cole. Who's on upset alert this week?
Well, let's start with Tennessee at Houston because can they beat the Texans, especially with the way that Houston's been playing? Well, of course they can. But taking a look at Deshaun Watson and that close-knit contest between these two teams in Week 6, and something tells me that this man with the heart of a champion, well, he's going to stand up and go out there and get himself a W. Now, 4 straight losses, 3 of them by 1 score. We're not going to see Deshaun Watson end his season with 5 straight L's. 24-20, I see Houston getting the win in this one. And to circle back to the game that I talked about at the top of the show, that's Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Mason Rudolph, he will be the starter, but Mason Rudolph, he has something to prove. He's going to look to put some film on tape, as they always say out there, and it's an audition for him. And I think that this Browns team, well, we saw them against the hapless Jets. Dave knew when his squad was going to fall into that quicksand, and that's exactly what happened. And I think it's going to happen again. Pittsburgh, they're going to win in this one, 28-21, but they won't cover. So do with that what you will.
All right, plus 380 there on that bet. Like where your head's at, Cole. Hey, new users, get in on that action. You can do it right now. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. You can make any bet risk-free right now up to $1,000. Just sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account. Use the promo code MOREWAYS1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it is all good. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. It is the best mulligan in the business. It is New Year's. We're having this party. Dave and Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on a risk-free bet. Let's make our viewers that money here. Dave, you first. What you got?
I'm going to go to the NFC East and focus on the Cowboys winning early against the Giants. They need to win by 2.5 points. Don't pop the champagne, though, because Washington wins later on the primetime game to make the playoffs. So Cowboys and the football team. $1,000 gets me back $3,500.
Falcons, Buccaneers, alternate total over 56.5. Both offenses rank in the top 5 in situation-neutral pace of play. Both offenses can put up a ton of points, and their defenses, I think, are a little bit suspect. So $1,000 risk-free bet scores me $2,750.
I love all that plus money. What a way to ring in the new year. Gamblers, make sure to sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now to place your bets. And remember, use the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. Again, it's easy, it's legal, it is live. Take your winnings if you're hit. Just get your money back if you don't. What a mulligan that is. All right, everybody, that'll do it for us. Thanks for hanging with us this week and every single week. Happy New Year to you and your family. Please have a happy and safe New Year as we ring in 2021. Take our experts' tips, make yourself some cash, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, do your thing. Enjoy the kickoffs, enjoy the games, and we will see you next year.
Time for new reading glasses? Go to readers.com. Choose from hundreds of styles and colors for under $20. And now, enter this exclusive TV coupon code at checkout to save up to 40%. That's readers.com.
Wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, a brushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Kerney at Piff, you'll be on the phone. On adjuge, Monsieur Kerney McNeur. On adjuge, Monsieur Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge. 975 000 euros.
TVG Thursday, a pair of state-bred stakes races. Colts and Geldings sprint 6 furlongs in the Louisiana Futurity Boys, and fillies in the Louisiana Futurity Girls. Fairgrounds Thursday. First post 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific.
What is up, Illinois? Don't look now, but the Bears could clinch a playoff spot this weekend. Yes, it is a celebration. Welcome to Week 17. Welcome to 2021. May I be the first to wish you a very happy New Year. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Thanks for hanging with us as we ring in 2021. I am your host, Lisa Kerney, bringing you all the NFL action. We are making game picks on every single matchup with playoff implications here on More Ways to Win. The NFL is in its final week. And as always, I'm joined by our team of sports betting experts. These guys are here to help you make money. They are the best in the business. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. New users, special fist bump and a little extra love for you. Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. It's easy, it's legal, it is so much fun. And take a look at the NFC playoff standings right now. Hey, Bears fans! I know you're hoping to make the postseason. It seemed a little slim during that 6-game losing streak earlier this year, but you're now in the 7th spot. And what that means is a win and you are in. This is a huge weekend for you guys. And it is only fitting that Chicago is hosting division rival Green Bay this week. I am so excited, you guys, for this game. The Bears offense has come alive here, scoring at least 33 in each of their last 3 games. All wins, by the way, as Mitchell Trubisky has just reintroduced himself over the last month. Then you look at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers needs no introduction. The quarterback likely already locked up the MVP, by the way. His team can clinch the #1 seed with a win this week. Dave, the Bears are getting 5.5. Are you taking those points?
I am. You know, that losing streak was mostly Nick Foles. Trubisky 6-2 as a starter this year for the Bears. So they start 5-1. Then they're 5-7. They have no chance for the playoffs. Guess what? They just need one win here. They were hoping that it would have been against the backups for the Packers if they would have already locked up the #1 seed. But it is what it is. You go out there, you win this game at Soldier Field, and you're in. I think they're going to do that. Not only do I think they cover, I think they do pull off this upset.
Oh boy, Dave. Oh boy. You know, if we're going to wrap up 2020 this way, then it's only fitting here. No, the best quarterback to wide receiver connection in all of football this season was Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. There was no quarterback to wide receiver connection that paired better in terms of any advanced metric that you want to pick. So I don't see Chicago's pass defense being able to slow that down. And as far as Mitch Trubisky goes, yeah, he's won a lot of games, but wins are not a quarterback stat. You look at his actual numbers, and they're nowhere close to Rodgers. I think the Packers win this one handily.
All right, guys, great stuff there. Let's get the right take on this matchup. For that, we've got to get right to the heart of Chicago and bring in our NFL expert, Cole Wright here of Marquee Sports Network, formerly of NFL Network. Cole, you heard the guys' takes on this game. What do you make of this game, this line? Who's winning by how many points? What you got?
Well, Lisa, if you're a Bears fan like I am, then you'd be a fool not to notice the way that this offense has been reinvigorated with Mitchell Trubisky under center. But they've scored 30 or more points in not just 3 games, but they've done it in 4 games, something that Chicago hasn't seen since 1965. And that 65 team, Lisa, they missed the playoffs and they finished 3rd. And I've got good news and bad news. Now, the Bears, they won't finish 3rd in the NFC North, but they will miss the playoffs. Now, Green Bay, they've won 8 of the last 9 in this series. And with that number 1 seed still on the line, I think we're going to see Aaron Rodgers give the Bears that special Rodgers rate. I think the Packers, they win this one. It's going to be a high-scoring affair, 35-27. Sorry about that, Bears fans.
I see what you did there, Cole, that Rodgers rate. They say it's not actually a Rodgers rate. We can all get that rate. By the way, hey, Bears fans, if you roll with your guys and take Chicago and the points here, a winning $50 bet means you're going to collect $93 on your wager. Now let's take a look at the AFC standings and focus on Indianapolis here. The Colts are on the outside looking in after their tough loss to Pittsburgh last week. Indy can still make the postseason. There is a chance, but they will need some help. Take a look here. The first thing they have to do is win in Jacksonville. Of course, the Jags have won just 1 game all season long. That was week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. Ed, this is a big line here. Colts are giving 14. It is, in fact, the biggest line of the week. Can they cover that number?
If I were to update my relationship status on social media regarding the Colts, it's more of an it's complicated status than a full-on in a relationship here. And the reason for that is because I like Indy. I'm not in love with Indy. Phillip Rivers, his average depth of target is 7.4 yards. That's fairly shallow. It's 20th out of 26 qualifying quarterbacks. But his EPA CPOE composite is 8th highest in football at .154, which means he's efficient with his short throws. But as for his defense, that unit comes in 12th in quarterback pressures with 132. It was more formidable at the start of the year with guys like linebacker Darius Leonard and tackle DeForest Buckner playing at a high level. But it has receded just a little bit. And I get the narrative with Jacksonville that they're the franchise trying to tank to get Trevor Lawrence, but they've already secured the top spot in the draft, so now they have permission to try. My number has us more like 8. I think Jacksonville covers.
Permission to try. When you're not a good team, try all you want. You're losing by 30 points against this Indianapolis Colts team that is going to roll here. The question is, remember what Tampa did to Detroit a few weeks back where they scored like 50 points and Mike Evans was out there late in the 4th quarter and they're running it up? Do the Colts want to run it up, or are they content to win by 10 points? I think they're going to get up 4 touchdowns and slow down from there. I don't see Jacksonville scoring anything in this game. Let's call it 28-0 final for the Colts.
28-0. Dave really laying it out there. All right, Cole, I got to get you back in here for your take. You heard Dave there, 28-0. Jags aren't getting anything. What's your take on this game?
Well, we're almost in lockstep here, but all the Jags need to do is continue to do what they've done all season long, and they're going to win that Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. They've been disappointing from front to back, and it's hard to believe this team was just 4 points away from going to the Super Bowl in 2018. But this week, we're going to see a return to the days of Manning, Harrison, Wayne, and Luck. The Colts, they're going to win the division with the W and a Titans loss, and they're going to do that with Phillip Rivers doing just enough, and Jonathan Taylor, well, he's going to carry the load because he's just shy of 1,000 rushing yards. And he's poised for a big day after racking up 307 yards over the last 3 games. The Colts, they're going to roll easily in this one. It's 21-6 final score.
All right, there you go. Colts fans love hearing that. If you bet on Indy giving the points here, you're going to collect more than $94 on a winning $50 bet. And hey, confidence meter there. Maybe this is just a money line play. Go ahead and load up there and take your money as well. All right, Illinois, there's a look at your local teams, the Bears and the Colts. Now let's focus on the AFC and the games that will impact the conference's playoff picture here. You see the standings on your screen right now. We're going to make a quick pick on all of the games that have playoff implications, so let's rock and roll. And let's start with the Titans. They have a chance to clinch the AFC South division, of course, with that a playoff spot with a win in Houston. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry leads the league in rushing. We've seen him just ball out all season long. Then you look at the Texans, have given up the second most rushing yards this season. Dave, I love what J.J. Watt did this week. Put his team on full blast. Called their performance this entire season, quote, trash. The Texans are getting 7.5 points in this one. Can they cover after that wake up call from J.J. Watt? What do you think?
I mean, what took them so long? It's week 17 now. How about a wake-up call in week 3 or week 4? At this point, it's too late. Their team is not very good at tackling. They're not very good at causing turnovers. They do have some offense, but I just don't think there's any chance they're going to be able to contain Derrick Henry. Look at what the Bengals running back did last week, running and catching the ball, receiving yards included, 273 combined yards. I mean, this is going to be a blowout city here. I love the Titans.
So Cole Wright says that the Colts are going to win the AFC South. I know he's still crying because the Cubs don't have Yu Darvish anymore. So I'm going to give him a pass because his vision may be a little bit impaired here. But come on, the Titans are going to win this one handily. Derrick Henry, way too good. He might rush for 250 yards in this one. Houston's defense, incredibly suspect. And I just don't think that Houston's offense is going to keep up in what could be a real shootout. Take the Titans.
You off to San Diego, and yes, Cole is reeling after that. We said every fifth day was such a bright spot for me. You're such a good dude. So yes, we wish you Darvish the best. All right, let's get to another win and you're in situation here with the Dolphins. They are in Buffalo. The Bills clinched the number 2 spot if they win this game, so they have something to play for here. Both teams really needing this win. And Buffalo looked dang good in that Monday night blowout against New England. They're giving 1 point in this one. Who do you like here?
Well, if we were to look this game in a vacuum, and let's say it happened in the middle of the season when both teams are trying and playing with a full deck, I would actually have this line at Buffalo -9. Other analytic models that are perhaps a little more conservative say 5.5 to 8.5. Nobody is really giving Miami a chance here, and I think that's in part because the quarterback situation in Miami is certainly in flux. As for Buffalo, though, as far as this game is concerned in Week 17, we could see Matt Barkley, the backup quarterback. His EPA per dropback is -0.00532. Josh Allen's is third best in football at .251. So that's a real step back as far as the quarterback situation is concerned in Buffalo. But as for Miami, Fitzpatrick's EPA per dropback is .189. Tua Tagovailoa is -0.007. Fitzpatrick gives Miami the best chance to win, but they may start with Tua anyway because they are trying to develop a young quarterback. And so with so much volatility, I might put this somewhere else here. I'm uncomfortable betting this game, but if I were, I think Buffalo can get it done.
Well, the Bills get the number 2 seed with a win or with a Steeler loss. So if the Steelers are laying down against the Browns and down 28-0 at halftime, are they really going to leave Josh Allen out there when they know even if they lose, it's irrelevant? So I want to see what's going on in that game. I'm going to live bet this one in-game, the FanDuel Sportsbook, and kind of keep my eye on Pittsburgh-Cleveland at the same time.
It's a seasoned, veteran, savvy bettor right there, Dave. I love your style. Hey, let's talk about the Ravens. They're going to try to play their way into the postseason by winning in Cincinnati. Baltimore is one of the hottest teams in the league right now, winning 4 in a row, averaging 37 points in those games. That's best in the league over that stretch. Ravens giving 11.5 points here. Dave, can they cover that?
I don't think they can. I know that's the team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs because they are rolling right now, but I loved what I've seen the last 2 weeks from the Bengals as they've been upsetting teams as, huge underdogs. Can they beat the Ravens? Probably not, but I do think they'll keep it right around a touchdown because I think the Bengals offense has been phenomenal of late with the quarterback change, 64 points in the last 2 games. They'll keep it close. I see it a little bit back and forth, but the Bengals losing by 7.
This is a matchup between delicious, scrumptious crab cakes and low-grade chili. Take Baltimore here, no doubt about it. That first meeting, the Ravens shut down Joe Burrow, and now their task becomes even easier. Also, since Week 8, John Harbaugh has left Lamar Jackson to really scramble whenever he wants, calling more quarterback draws, and it's absolutely worked. Take the Ravens.
I don't know, if you put enough hot sauce on that chili, you never know. You might not sure what you're working with there. All right, guys, good stuff. How about these Browns? Let's talk about the Browns. Haven't made the postseason since 2002. They now have a chance to end the league's longest playoff drought. They can do that with a win against none other than AFC North rival in Pittsburgh. Dave alluded to it. By the way, Pittsburgh starting backup quarterback Mason Rudolph in this matchup, resting Big Ben, resting a number of other starters. The line moved 3 full points following the news there at quarterback. Pittsburgh getting 10 on the road. Ed, starting with you, do they cover?
So when I look at what Cleveland did last week, which was abysmal offensively, the passing attack wasn't going to be there because of COVID concerns at the wide receiver position, and that's fine. But I have a big concern in terms of Cleveland being unable to run the football from 1 week ago. When it comes to rushing yards over expected, they should always be a top 3 team on the ground. Instead, last week, they were 24th in the EPA per rush against one of the worst defenses in football. Now, for Pittsburgh, I know they're exhausted with COVID interruptions, but they played well against Cleveland's defense in the last meeting with a 4th highest EPA per rush at .26. Pittsburgh certainly has less to play for. I'm expecting a low-scoring affair, which means the spread is too big, so I'm going to take the points.
Well, last week irrelevant. This is what matters now. They beat the Steelers, and they're in to the playoffs, and I think they're going to do that. Mason Rudolph cannot throw the ball down the field. I mean, even Ben with those short passes, I don't see any deep balls going in this game to Pittsburgh. I don't think they have any incentive to try here. They're locked in the number 3 seed. This is a blowout for the Browns.
All right, there you go. Browns giving 10 at home. Still not enough if you tail Dave there. There you have it. Picks for all the games with playoff implications in the AFC. You can tail our guys or go ahead and fade them. Do your thing. This is all about you, and you can do it right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Plus, check out all the lines for all the Week 17 games. They're all there for you. You guys can bet them at any time. We'll preview the games impacting the NFC playoff picture right here on More Ways to Win in just a few moments. So definitely stay tuned for that. Right now, I want to take this celebratory moment to take a deep breath and bring in the music. There it is. Ed Egros, we are awarding our FanDuel winner from last week, and that is you. This moment is all yours. Congratulations. I will overnight this trophy to you there in Dallas. Yes, the applause is all yours. How does it feel to be Week 16 champ?
You know, I know that I'm the analytics guy around here, one big nerd in front of a computer the whole time. But you know what? I do have a fishing trophy at my disposal. I won a big mouth bass tournament years ago. And now I have hardware that pairs well with said fishing trophy. So thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. You should actually thank my husband. I'll just scratch his name off of this trophy, and I'll just put it right there in a box. He won't even notice it's missing, I promise. Totally kidding. All right, but can Ed defend the trophy? Can Ed defend his crown? We're going to get Ed's bet in just a moment for this week. But first, we want to welcome in another challenger to take on our experts this week. Davis Maddock is a host for Sports Grid, and here is how it works. Our guys get $100 virtual dollars. They have to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for games this week. Davis, awesome having you with us this week. Good luck to you. How are you spending that money?
I'm Davis Maddock from SportsGrid.com, and I have 3 bets and 100 virtual dollars to wager with you guys this week. Our first bet is against the spread. We're going to be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home against the Atlanta Falcons on the spread. Just think the Buccaneers roll pretty easily in this game. Our next bet, the first bet, $25. Our second bet, another $25 here. We're going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line. Just feel pretty confident that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to come through here and prevent the Washington football team from making the playoffs. And then finally, we have our $50 bet, which is going to be the over in the Green Bay Packers-Chicago Bears game. Mitch Trubisky has been able to put up points, but of course we believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to punish Chicago as he has done through, pretty much his entire career. So for Davis Maddox, Sports Grid, and FanDuel's more ways to win, good luck with your bets this weekend.
Thank you, Davis. And hey, thanks for rocking out that Kansas City sweatshirt. Totally dig it. Fist bump to you. And there you have it. Davis is putting 25 virtual dollars on the Bucks, giving the points, 25 on the Eagles to win straight up, and 50 on the over for the Bears-Packers game. Doesn't that look like an old school photo from like the PGA? I feel it. I feel it. All right, Dave and Ed, those are Davis's picks. Same drill for you guys. You got 100 virtual dollars. You have that money and have to bet one spread, one money line, and one total here for week 17. Dave, let's go. Let's rip through your picks. What you got?
So Ed knocks off Tom. Tom won 2 weeks in a row. He's sitting back going, trophy? I didn't get squat. And you're sending Ed a trophy because he won 1 week. I can't wait to see what I get next week when I win. I'm going to go with the Washington football team as my best bet. $50 on Washington to beat Philly going against Davis in this one. And then the money line bet is going to be the New York Jets getting hot late in the season to beat the Patriots. And then back to the Washington game, my total is the under there. Low-scoring win from the Washington football team over the Eagles. $30 on the under, 43.5.
I feel bad for slaughtering Davis
Okay,
Maddock,
Dave,
even though
good
he's got...
stuff. No,
Yeah,
go ahead, Ed. Rock out.
All right, okay. I feel bad for Davis because he's got that Dak Prescott jersey behind him, and I have to go in there and, take care of it, clean his clock. I'm going with maximum volatility here, $1 on the Packers to cover against the Bears. That number would be more like 12 if Chicago hadn't faced so many bad defenses. I'm going to put $1 on the Jets' money line against the Patriots. Why the heck not? And then my last $98 for maximum volatility will go to the Texans-Titans over 56. Both offenses rank in the top 13 in situation-neutral pace of play for Football Outsiders. Expect a lot of points. Don't get it done.
All right, there you go, guys. Spread, money line, and total bets for you. You can place those bets on Week 17 games right now. Tail our guys, or make your own picks. Just do your own thing. It's the FanDuel Sportsbook app right now. And remember, new users, download the app. Place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 by using that promo code. It's been right there on your screen all show long. More ways, 1,000. All right, now let's focus on the NFC playoff picture here as we roll on more ways to win. Guys, you see the current conference standings on the screen right now. 4 teams have already clinched a spot. We talked about the NFC East division earlier in the show, so we got that out of the way. 3 teams are in with a win. 2 of them are facing off against each other, and that is where we're going to start. So let's rock and roll, and let's get to it. Heading out west here, we've got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. We know the news this week. LA quarterback Jared Goff recovering from thumb surgery. So we've got John Wolford starting under center. He has never played in an NFL game, guys. Never taken a snap in a game. Baptism by fire here in Week 17. Now they get Arizona, who scored just 12 points in a loss to the Niners last week. That was their lowest total of the season. And the Rams are still 1-point favorites with Wolford under center. I know there's some uncertainty under center with Arizona as well and Kyler Murray. What do you make of this line, and how do you see this matchup playing out?
I think Wolford played in the AAF, if I'm not mistaken, and we had at least one XFL quarterback win a football game, so it's certainly possible as far as that's concerned. If you take out the quarterback situation for both teams, to me, you look at the rest, and there's no comparison here. The Rams are the superior team. LA has a second-ranked pass defense in terms of EPA per dropback at negative .057. They do not miss tackles, ranking third fewest with 77. Arizona's defense comes in 13th in EPA per dropback at .0087. They certainly blitz a lot, 39%, fourth highest in football, but if LA beats it, the Cards are in big trouble. As far as the quarterback situation goes, it's really hard to tell. I hate to even venture a guess there, but defense and maybe even at coaching, the Rams are the superior team, so that's my pick there.
So no Goff, Darrell Henderson's on the injury reserve, Cam Akers is banged up, so you're basically saying Malcolm Brown is going to beat the Arizona Cardinals by himself. They hand off to him all game long. I don't trust that. I would prefer the Cardinals in this spot. They win, they're in. So I like the Cardinals. I don't know why you're giving up on them so soon. You've liked them all year long.
He's liked them all year long because they've been a great team all year long, and Kyler Murray is so much fun to watch. I do hope he is a go in this game. We'll see how that plays out. When you look at the East, guys, both the Giants and Dallas are still alive for the postseason. It's unbelievable to even say that when you look at their records. The winner of this game gets in if Washington loses at Philly. So a couple things in play here. New York has lost 3 in a row. Cowboys have won 3 in a row. The Giants are getting 3 at home here at the Meadowlands. Dave Weaver, let's bet it. Which side do you like?
I like Dallas, and they started the season 2-7. They could be the first team ever to make the playoffs with that record. Washington did as well, for that matter. So somehow history is going to be made. The Giants started 1-6, so they all never thought that they had a chance, and they do. I think Dallas, they fade his feast on the G-Man year in and year out. 6-1 against the spread last 7 games. The Giants have been terrible at home. They made a little bit of money against them a few weeks ago when the Browns came into town and took care of business. I think the Cowboys do the same here and get the easy W.
I'm proud of you, Dave Weaver. You have seen the light. Well done. And you know what? You know who also seen the light? Andy Dalton. He's actually played really well over the last several weeks, and he deserves some real credit here. Among quarterbacks with at least 200 plays this season, Dalton ranks 11th in completion percentage over expected. His decision-making has been great. Again, 11th in football. Daniel Jones in CPOE is 31st. No quarterback comparison here. Take the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Dalton, MVP. I'm just kidding, guys. All right, there's a look at the NFC games impacting the playoff picture this weekend. We did the AFC earlier, so hey, look, you have it. You have expert picks on every single game that matters this weekend. You can take all of that information and place your bets right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Again, new users, more ways, 1,000. All right, you guys know if you've watched the show at all, I am always all about the plus money. An easy way to get that return is by betting the dogs. It's one of my favorite segments in the show. Hello, Cole. Let's get a little love to these underdogs. Who's on upset alert this week?
Well, Lisa, let's go to the AFC South because this is going to be a good one. Tennessee and Houston. Can the Titans, can they beat the Texans? Of course they can. We've seen the way Houston's played. J.J. Watt gave the squad a tongue lashing, but after a close-knit contest between these two back in Week 6, something tells me that the string of bad luck for Deshaun Watson is going to come to a close immediately, if not soon. Now, he's dropped 4 straight games, but 3 of those 4 losses, they've come by 1 score. So I hate this man right here. He's just too good to end the season with 5 straight L's. So Houston, they win this one 24-20. Now, another game that I'm looking at, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Now, we know the Browns had trouble with the Jets, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm going to go with this Pittsburgh Steelers team, even though Ben Roethlisberger won't be starting and it'll be Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph is looking to put some quality film on tape, and right now the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're good at keeping that quarterback upright and clean and getting those quick shots off. I think that the Steelers win this one 28-21. They win, but they don't cover, so put that one in your back pocket and take it to school.
There you go. Steelers at the Browns, plus 380. Cole, I like where your head is at on that one as well. All right, gamblers, head to the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Take a look at the odds for each matchup. See if there's a money line bet that you like. Got to do your thing. You can tail Cole or you can just rock out whatever you're feeling. All right, remember, betting an underdog to win outright means plus money, and we all like that. Hey, new users, I told you a little extra love for you guys, a special fist bump. You guys can get in on that action right now and get this promo to go with it. Use that promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. All you got to do, sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account, use the promo code MOREWAYS1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, FanDuel is going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. So, let's party, guys. It is New Year's. I am dressed for it. Yes, Dave and Ed, you have up to $1,000 to place on a risk-free bet. So let's make our viewers a little money. Let's pop that champagne. Dave, you first. Where are you putting that money?
All right, $1,000 two-team parlay. I'm going to take the Washington football team to cover against Philadelphia to end the season late in the night. But before that, early on, it's going to be the Cowboys who beat the Giants. But I'm going to do the alternate spread. I don't like laying 3. I'm going to drop that down to 2.5. So when they win by a field goal, I'm safe and I don't have to push that bet. So there you go. $1,000 collects $3,500.
Falcons, Buccaneers, alternate total over 56.5. Both offenses rank in the top 5 in situation neutral pace of play. Both quarterbacks can certainly play well in this one, and Bucs are playing for playoff positioning. Atlanta, they don't have to tank because they should be solid as far as quarterback is concerned. So I'll put down $1,000 for my risk-free bet to collect $2,750.
Love it, guys. Great stuff. All that plus money. Gamblers, make sure to sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now to place your bet. Remember, use the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. I call it the best mulligan in the business because it's easy, it is legal, it is live. You take your winnings if you hit and just get your money back. If you don't, you get to do it all over again. And that'll do it for us this week. Thanks for hanging with us today and watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Have a happy and safe New Year's. We'll see you again in 2021. Take our experts' tips, make some money for yourself, enjoy these games, and have a very happy and safe weekend.
TVG Saturday. 3-year-old hopefuls in a Kentucky Derby prep. The Grade 3 Sham Stakes brought to you by Authentic, standing at Spendthrift Farm. Play Saturday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.
Wonderful tonight, in wonderful form in France, and now at Ascot.
Daria with another try on the outside, rushing fall. Oh, Daria.
On adjuge Kerney Radcliffe, you'll be on the phone. On adjuge, Monsieur McNeur. On adjuge, Monsieur Oliver Saint-Laurent.
On adjuge. 975 000 euros.
Time for new reading glasses? Go to readers.com. Choose from hundreds of styles and colors for under $20. And now enter this exclusive TV coupon code at checkout to save up to 40%. That's readers.com.
What's up, Colorado? Welcome to the final week of the season. And hey, welcome to 2021. We bring in the new year with a ton of important games on the NFL schedule. Happy New Year. I hope you're dressed for it. I am here to party. You're watching FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. I am your host, Lisa Kerney, and as always, we're getting you ready for all the NFL action this weekend. We're making picks on all the games with playoff implications as the NFL enters its final week. And as always, I'm joined by our team of sports betting experts. These guys are the best in the business, and they are here to help you make money. So now is the time to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to place your bets with their advice. New users, special extra love for you, Colorado. Plug in the promo code MOREWAYS1000 to get your risk-free bet up to $1,000. It's easy, it's legal, it is fun, and we are ready to start this party. And we're taking a look here at the AFC playoff picture to kick things off. The 5-10 Broncos, as you guys know, did not make it on this list this year. So we're looking at the Chiefs. They're locked into the top spot there, but there's still a lot to be determined here in this picture. And one storyline we're following is the Cleveland Browns trying to end a playoff drought that started in 2002. It is the longest active streak in the league, one that they just want to shake. And as fate would have it, their division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, are coming to town. And they have got a backup quarterback under center for him. Mason Rudolph back under center for them this week. Ed, the line moved 3 full points following that news. The FanDuel Sportsbook now has Pittsburgh getting 10 points on the road. Ed Egros in Dallas, which side are you backing here? And let me be the first to wish you a Happy New Year, my friend.
And Happy New Year to you and yours as well. And certainly we need it after all the challenges of 2020, right? Hey, there's plenty that's difficult to model as far as a game like this is concerned. Last week, when Cleveland inexplicably lost to the Jets, yes, I get that there were COVID concerns within the wide receiver core, but I'm more concerned about the fact that Cleveland couldn't run the football against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They came in 24th in EPA per rush. And I'd argue, giving rushing yards over expected for Cleveland, that they should always be a top 3 team on the ground. And for Pittsburgh, they must be exhausted with COVID interruptions, but they played well against Cleveland's defense in the last meeting with a 4th highest EPA per rush at .26. Pittsburgh certainly has less to play for. They are certainly resting starters, given that seeding is the only motivation for them. Cleveland still hasn't clinched a playoff spot yet, but the last meeting matters too much for me. I think the Steelers cover the large spread.
You know, the change from one bye versus 2 is huge here because now the Steelers know they can't get a bye, so they're just locked into where they're at. I don't think they have anything to play for in this spot. Cleveland, hosting the Steelers the last 3 years, have covered, including last year of easy 21-7 victory, which ended up with that all-out brawl at the end of the game where Mason Rudolph got hit by his own helmet when Myles Garrett pummeled him inexplicably. It was just a crazy scene. How much of that is going to spill over into this year, or is that squash and is that in the past? What I know is Mason Rudolph is no Big Ben. I don't think the Steelers have any offense in this game. The Browns get their receivers back. That's a great thing. And the Browns roll in this game and crush and definitely cover the 10-point spread.
All right, there you have it, guys. Let's get the right take now on this matchup. For that, we've got to get out to Chicago, where our NFL expert, Cole Wright, is standing by. Cole with Marquee Sports Network, of course, formerly of NFL Network. Cole, you heard those two guys break down this game. Curious for your thoughts. What do you make of this line, and who's winning by how many points?
Well, I think that beef, that's a thing of the past because last week versus the Colts, the Steelers, they played like a team with a sense of self, and they knew that they can't run the football because at the last look, they're dead last in all the league. But keeping the quarterback clean and letting him get off shots like Ralphie on Christmas morning, well, they are strong in that department. It doesn't matter who it's going to be, if it's Mason Rudolph or whoever. We know it won't be Big Ben. Well, the Steelers defense, they'll continue to be that concrete fist. Now, after Cleveland got tripped up against the Jets, a team that's going to be playing in the Mountain West Conference next season, well, I think Baker Mayfield and company, I don't know if they'll be ready for this Pittsburgh defense. Even though some of the starters may be absent, I see the Steelers going out there and plain and simple getting the win in this one, 28-21. It's going to be an audition for Mason Rudolph.
That's right. It is important here in Week 17 for any of those backups to put some good film out there. Very good point, Cole. Bettors, if you roll with the Steelers and take the points here, again, it's a 10-point line right now. A winning $50 bet means you're going to collect more than $93 on your wager. You can make that bet right now, the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Now, let's get to the closest division race and one that's drawn a lot of attention this year, the NFC East. You see the standings there on your screen right now. 3 teams could still win this division depending on how this weekend plays out. So here it is, the most simple scenario. Washington wins and they are in. So let's go ahead and break this game down. But the Eagles here, they're looking to end the season on a high note. They've lost 6 of 7, but they've got a new quarterback here in Philly. It is Jalen Hurts. He's been a bright spot here since taking over the starting job, but we did see the rookie turn the ball over 3 times last week. That is what it is, and you take it or leave it. Close line here, though. The Eagles are getting 1 point. Which side do you like in this matchup?
Well, certainly with rookie quarterbacks, you're going to have those bad performances here and there. That's just part of growing into being a starter in the NFL. But I'm going to put that one behind me, and I think Philadelphia has a real chance here. I am concerned about Washington's quarterback situation. They jettisoned Dwayne Haskins. Alex Smith isn't 100%. So that's a real question mark here. And Terry McLaurin's health is a question. This season, McLaurin has accounted for 35.58% of his team's air yards. That's 8th highest in the NFL. His average yards after catch above expectation is 1.9 yards. That's also 8th highest in football. Running back Antonio Gibson was on a snap count last week. That hampered things, and among all backs in football, he ranked 16th in rushing yards over expected per carry at 0.44 yards. He has 151 carries this year, and that is despite Washington not having too many leads this year. And so at this point, the concerns offensively for Washington are a little bit too much for me to handle. Love Jalen Hurts. I'm going to take the Eagles.
It was about, I would say 5 weeks ago, Ed, where my $1,000 risk-free bet was the Washington football team to win the NFC East at about, I think they were around plus 430 at that time. And now all they need to do is win one ball game. I think they get the job done here defensively. Obviously, I would love for Alex Smith to get out there and play. He's won 4 straight as a starter for Washington. But if he doesn't, Taylor Heineke at least showed that he can move the ball a little bit last week. So, and ultimately, they're going to win this game on defense anyways. I don't think the Eagles' offense is enough. 17 points in 5 out of their last 17 games. They haven't been able to get more than that. So I think the defense wins this one for the football team, and they go to the playoffs.
It is a very tight line. Again, the Eagles getting 1.5 there at home. Cole, I want to get you back in here, get your take on this game. What do you make of this matchup?
Well, so many stumbling blocks for this Washington football team from the very beginning of the season. There were so many quarterback issues. And right now you're taking a look at this team, a squad that had a defense once upon a time that was playing well. And it sounds as simple as win as you're in. And, well, it's not going to be that easy for Washington because the Eagles, we know they're already eliminated. But wouldn't it be just perfect Philly fashion if they were to play spoiler in the division? Now, Jalen Hurts, you touched on him. He's going to look for some momentum entering 2021, especially after throwing that garbage time pick in the loss to Dallas. And whether it'll be Alex Smith or Taylor Heineke, hopefully either one of those guys will be able to provide enough distraction for Washington to forget about everything that happened in the week that was with Dwayne Haskins. It's not going to be enough, though. The Eagles, they're going to make it 7 wins in the last 8 versus the football team. I see this one checking out 24-21. Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right, fly, Eagles, fly. Go ahead and take that plus 102 on the money line there. If you're that confident, bettors, if you take the Eagles and the points, you go ahead and bet the spread. You're going to collect more than $94 on a winning $50 bet. It's the FanDuel Sportsbook app right now. Again, new users, fist bump. Use that promo code MOREWAYS1000. So there are a couple of games that a lot of people will be watching that have playoff implications. Now let's just focus on the AFC. You see the standings right there on your screen right now. Several teams can clinch a playoff spot if they win this weekend. We're going to make quick picks on all of those games right now, the ones that have these playoff implications. So let's rock it out and get to Tennessee and Houston. We're starting with the Titans' chance to clinch the AFC South division. Of course, with that comes a playoff spot with a win in Houston. Tennessee running back Derrick Henry has done his thing all year. He leads the league in rushing. He's an absolute baller. He's a truckload. Then the Texans have given up the second most rushing yards this season. Dave, I absolutely love what we saw from J.J. Watt this week. Blowing up his team, called their performance all season long, quote, trash. Here they are into this game. The Titans are giving 7.5 to these Texans. Do you think, given that tongue lashing from Watt, that the Texans can cover this one?
No, I think that just creates even more turmoil now because the team's not good to begin with. It'd be great if they had 11 J.J. Watts out there. They don't. They can't tackle. They can't stop anybody. The Bengals running backs put up 273 all-purpose yards last week. The Bengals! I mean, what are the Titans going to do here? Despite the rally cry for his players to practice harder and try harder, they're just not good. So for me, it's not going to make a difference, but it was a good, I'm glad he stood up for his fans that still root for the Texans. Unfortunately, I'm rooting for the Titans here to win by at least 8.
I think the Titans win by more than 8, no doubt about it. The other thing I do for this game as well, for our DFS players around here, I would probably stack Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry because I think both are going to have monster performances. You're going to see a lot of offense out of the Tennessee Titans in this one. They'll certainly cover 7.5.
A little bonus info. Thank you, Ed. All right, the Dolphins are another win and in team. So let's talk about Mia there in Buffalo. Hey, Buffalo is cruising. They look so good. The Bills clinch the number 2 spot if they win this game. So they also have something to play for here. Ed, Buffalo looked so dang good in that Monday night blowout over New England. They're now giving 1 point in this matchup, a very close line here. Who do you like?
Buffalo does look amazing, no doubt about it. And Josh Allen's development has also been really fantastic. And if you look at this game in a vacuum, I would actually model this at Buffalo -9. Even more conservative estimates don't have this anywhere near Miami pulling this one off. Questions are, how much motivation does Buffalo have, and what will Miami do as far as the quarterback situation is concerned? Buffalo's backup quarterback is Matt Barkley. His EPA per dropback is a negative .005. That's a little bit below average. Josh Allen's is .251. That's third best in football, so that is a downgrade if they go with Barkley. Ryan Fitzpatrick EPA per dropback is .189. Tua's is a negative number. Fitzpatrick gives Miami the best chance to win. So with so much volatility here, I'd probably, consider maybe Miami +7, some sort of a teaser like that. But by itself, I think Buffalo covers.
Miami has everything to play for here. Buffalo has nothing because I think the Steelers are going to be down huge early on against Cleveland. And if there's any scoreboard watching going on, you might see Buffalo not needing to play their starters deep into the game once they know that the Steelers lose. Even if they lose, they're locked in that number 2 spot. So for me, the savvy thing to do would be bet in-game on this game. If you like Miami, see what's going on in that Steelers game, and maybe Buffalo stops trying in the second half.
I think we're going to see a lot of that, Dave, a lot of in-game betting here in Week 17. Starters being rested that you didn't anticipate. So that's a great way to play it. A very professional move by you. Thank you very much. Let's talk about Baltimore, because the Ravens are going to try and play their way into the postseason. And they can do it with a win in Cincinnati. Some playoff implications here. Baltimore, one of the hottest teams in the league here, winning 4 in a row, averaging 37 points in those games. That is most in the league in that stretch of time. Ravens giving 11.5 in this matchup here. Dave, can they cover that? That's a really big number.
It's too big for me on the road as well. The Bengals are a good home underdog, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 at home. And look, this is a team that finally has figured out how to score some points. Who would have thought that the Bengals are going to score 64 over 2 games without Joe Burrow? But they've done it, and mostly because of Bernard and Pirine had a good game last week too. So they kind of got a 1-2 punch right now at running back. I mean, can Lamar Jackson do it all on his own? They're relying on him to run the ball, and he is passing a little bit more right now. But I don't trust them to cover the 11.5. Give me the Bengals to lose by a touchdown.
Dave, one of the reasons the Bengals have had such good luck offensively the last couple of weeks is because they've been facing turnover-prone offenses. They will not get that with Lamar Jackson. He protects the football fairly well. In terms of turnover differential, the Ravens have a real clear advantage here. I don't think Cincy will get those short fields, so I'm taking Baltimore to cover.
Okay, there you go. Great stuff, guys. You can make those bets right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. But we got to talk about Indy now. As for the Colts, they will need a win and then a little bit of help here to get into the postseason. Indianapolis is hosting Jacksonville. The Jags have won just 1 game all season. It was Week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. We've come full circle, guys. Ed, Colts are giving 14. It's the biggest line of the week. Can they cover 14?
So with Indianapolis, I know that it's been difficult to sort of figure out how good they really are because Phillip Rivers has sort of become a game manager type quarterback. His average depth of target is 7.4 yards a throw. That ranks 20th out of 26 qualifying quarterbacks. But he's been efficient with those throws. EPA per CPOE composite has been 8th highest in football at .154. And I get the narrative with Jacksonville is that, hey, they're trying to tank. They're trying to get Trevor Lawrence. But they've already secured the number 1 slot in the draft. And so now they can actually try again and figure out what they have as a franchise. And so to me, I think this line is just too big. I think Jacksonville covers, but does not win outright.
They can't score. I mean, their biggest bright spot this year, running back James Robinson, their rookie, is probably not going to play. Keep an eye on that. But if he doesn't, where are the points going to come from? They have no offense. They're going to get skunked in this game. I think a bet might be for the Colts to win, you can find this at FanDuel Sportsbook, for the Colts to win to 0, which means they shut the other team out. How about that bet? The odds will be juicy. I'm calling it 28-0 Colts final.
There you are. Just keep scrolling on the app to find that one. There you have it. A little bonus info from Dave there as well. Picks for all the games with playoff implications in the AFC. You can tail our guys. Go ahead and fade them. Whatever you want to do, it is all about you. Take our advice, though. Go to the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Check out all the lines for all the games on the schedule this week and have a ton of fun. Coming up, we're going to preview the games impacting the NFC playoff picture as well. That is ahead right here on More Ways to Win in just a few moments. So definitely stay tuned for that. Right now, I want to take just a moment, bring in the music. It's a big time here. Our FanDuel winner from last week needs to receive his trophy. You've seen the, got a little bit of a spoiler alert. Ed Egros from Dallas, step up. You are our Week 16 winner, and I will be overnighting this trophy to you, to your house. How does it feel to be the champ?
Never felt better in my life, Lisa. You know, I think about all the little people who got me to this point, and I can't remember their names right now, but they are little people, and they helped me here. And so you know who you are, and so thank you.
I will accept, and yes, I am a little people, and I thank you. And I'll just scratch out Patrick Kerney's name. I'm sure he won't mind that I just took it off of the trophy case behind me, and I'll just throw it in a box for you. Look for that. But you're going to also need to defend this as well. We'll see if Ed can defend his crown here. We're going to get his picks for this week in just a few seconds. But before that, we've got another challenger this week to take on our experts. Davis Maddock, he is a host for Sports Grid. He's going to be joining us and showing up for this competition. And this is how this competition works. Our guys get 100 virtual dollars. They have to place one wager on a spread, money line, and total for games this week. Davis, awesome having you with us this week. Show us what you got.
I'm Davis Maddock from SportsGrid.com, and I have 3 bets and 100 virtual dollars to wager with you guys this week. Our first bet is against the spread. We're going to be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home against the Atlanta Falcons on the spread. Just think the Buccaneers roll pretty easily in this game. Our next bet, the first bet, $25. Our second bet, another $25 here. We're going to take the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line. Just feel pretty confident that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to come through here and prevent the Washington football team from making the playoffs. And then finally, we have our $50 bet, which is going to be the over in the Green Bay Packers-Chicago Bears game. Mitch Trubisky has been able to put up points, but of course we believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to punish Chicago as he has done through, pretty much his entire career. So for Davis Maddox, Sports Grid, and FanDuel's More Ways to Win, good luck with your bets this weekend.
Thank you, Davis. And hey, fist bump. I see you, Kansas City guy, with your Kansas City sweatshirt. Mad respect. All right, there you have it. Davis is putting 25 virtual dollars on the Bucks, giving the points, 25 on the Eagles to win straight up, 50 on the over for the Bears-Packers game. And shout out to Davis's picture. It looks like an old school PGA profile picture. No? You guys feeling it? All right, Dave and Ed, I am moving on. Let's get this party going here. Those are Davis's picks. Same drill for you guys. 100 virtual dollars. You have that money and have to bet one spread, one money line, and one total for Week 17. Dave, you first. Let's rip through your picks.
I honestly didn't even recognize Davis because he's usually rocking that backwards hat,
right?
which is always a great look for him. I'm not sure about his picks because one of them I've already seen is against what I like. I like the Washington football team as my best bet of the week. So I'm laying a point and a half there, $50 on them to beat the Eagles, which he was betting on the money line. So one of us is going to be wrong there. My money line bet is going to be the New York Jets. They're starting to roll a little bit here late in the season, and the Patriots are going the opposite direction. So give me the Jets for the win there. And then my total bet, I'm going to stick with Washington. So essentially it's basically a parlay here. Washington and the under. If you want to do that separately, feel free. But on side bets, the total $30 for me on the under.
I hate to
okay,
clean
Dave,
the clock.
good stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, rock it out. What you got, Ed?
Sure, I hate to clean the clock of the colonial champion who you pointed out there a moment ago, Lisa, but Here we go. I'm going to go for maximum volatility here. $1 on the Packers to cover against the Bears. That number would be more like 12 if Chicago hadn't faced so many bad defenses. So there's that. I'll take $1 on the Jets money line against the Patriots. So why the heck not? And my last $98, they go to the Texans Titans over 56. Both offenses rank in the top 13 in situation neutral pace of play. Both quarterbacks look great. Both defenses maybe not so much. So a lot of points.
All right, I just chicken scratched my notes, wrote them all down. I will place all of the bets, and thank you guys. Spread, money line, totals. You can place those Week 17 bets right now. Tail our guys or make your own picks. You can do it right now, the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And remember, new users, download the app and place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000 just by using that promo code MOREWAYS1000. All right, now let's focus on the NFC playoff picture. I teased it. This is where we deliver. Guys, you see the current conference standings on the screen right now. 4 teams have already clinched this spot. We talked about the NFC East division earlier in the show, so that's check done. 3 teams are in with a win. 2 of them are facing off against each other, and that is where we are starting. So yes, go West, young man. Haven't you been told? The Arizona Cardinals travel to LA to take on the Rams. LA quarterback Jared Goff, you heard the news. He is recovering from thumb surgery, so John Wolford will get the start. He has never played in an NFL game, never taken an NFL snap. So, boom, baptism by fire here in Week 17. Now facing a Cardinals team that comes in off of that loss. They scored 12 points against the Niners last week, their lowest total of the season. Ed, the Rams are still 1-point favorites with Wolford under center. Maybe a little uncertainty with Kyler Murray and whether or not he's going to go and how effective he will be in this matchup. What do you make of this line, and who's winning this thing?
John Wolford, the former AAF superstar, going up against the Arizona Cardinals. What an exciting matchup for Week 17. Defensively, the Rams have a humongous advantage here. LA's second-ranked pass defense in terms of the EPA per dropback at negative .057. They do not miss tackles, ranking third fewest with 77 there. Arizona's defense comes in 13th in EPA per dropback at .0087. That's not bad. They've gotten there because of the blitz. 39% of the time they blitz, 4th highest in football. But if LA beats the blitz, then the Cards are in big trouble. As far as a matchup is concerned, this actually bodes well for the LA Rams, and I think they can cover the spread.
No, Kyler Murray is tough. He's been playing hurt all year. I don't see why he won't suit up and play in this one. I'm very optimistic that he'll go out there. Probably a little bit less than 100%, but a less than 100% Kyler Murray is still better to me. When you're in, the Cardinals, this is a huge game for them. I think they get it done. So I'm going to go against you on this one, Ed.
Okay, you're talking about a quarterback giving 100% right now. How about Mitchell Trubisky, who has absolutely reintroduced himself to the league over the last month? Bears host division rival Green Bay, and yes, let's talk about what's up with the Chicago offense. They have scored at least 33 points in the last 3 games, all Chicago wins. And they look at Green Bay, they're doing Green Bay things. Clinched the #1 seed with a win in this matchup here in Week 17. Dave, the Bears are getting 5.5. Do you take those points?
I do. I think the Bears are playing well enough right now to win this game and get into the playoffs. So we'll see if they're able to do that and get by in the win column. But as far as the spread goes here, I think 5.5 points is a good bet here. They could maybe lose by 3 or 4. 5's actually been a common number since they changed the extra point back a little bit further. A lot of teams lose by 5. So I think that's a good line for the Bears, who are a good home underdog. Trubisky playing well. They're healthy offensively at all positions. So I think they have every chance to match points here with Green Bay.
Dave. No. You take the Packers against the Bears. This is the classic matchup here. Aaron Rodgers will take care of business here. Mitch Trubisky has had the advantage of facing weak defenses over these last few weeks. In terms of EPA per play defensively, his opponents rank 30th, 21st, and 31st. And now he gets to face a top 5 defense. Give me the Packers.
Dave. I love that, Ed. There's a look at the NFC games impacting the playoff picture this weekend. We did the IFC earlier, so look at that. Boom. You have picks on every single game that matters this weekend. You can take our experts' information. You can place your bets right now on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. All right, you guys, if you watch the show at all, you know I am all about the plus money. And an easy way to get that return is by betting the dogs. So let's give some underdogs a little love here. Cole, this segment is all you. Who's on upset alert this week?
Well, I'm going to the AFC South. I'm going Tennessee and Houston. Can the Titans, can they beat the Texans? Well, of course they can. But you go back and look at Week 6. That was a close-fought battle. And Deshaun Watson, he's had a patch of rough pumpkins lately, 4 straight losses. And something tells me that string of bad luck's going to come to a close. He's not going to end the season with 5 straight defeats. I see the Houston Texans coming out on top in this one, Lisa, 24-20.
I love it. I love where your head is at. Thank you, Cole. Awesome. Now you guys can get that plus money, or you can use this risk-free bet on any first bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. New users, you can make any bet risk-free right now, up to $1,000. Sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now. Use that promo code MOREWAYS1000. If your first bet doesn't hit, it's all good. FanDuel's going to refund you up to $1,000 in site credit. You guys, I call it the best mulligan in the business. And it is New Year's. Let's party. You have up to $1,000 to place on a risk-free bet. Let's make our viewers a little money. Dave, I did dress for the occasion, so give me your bet.
Indeed you did. I'm going to go $1,000 risk-free parlay. Give me the Cowboys. Make sure you do the alternate spread to get that down below 3. I'm buying that down to 2.5. And then my best bet of the week, the Washington football team. 2-teamer, $1,000 gets me back $3,500.
How about an alternate total over 56.5 for the Falcons-Buccaneers game? Pace of play certainly is good for that. Both quarterbacks should play well here. $1,000 risk-free bet for a total of $2,750.
Awesome. Check done. Happy New Year to you both. Gamblers, make sure you sign up for a FanDuel Sportsbook account right now. Plug in that promo code MOREWAYS1000. Thanks for joining us this week and every single week. Happy New Year. Have a happy and safe weekend. We'll see you right back here next week.
TVG Thursday, a pair of state-bred stakes races. Colts and Geldings sprint 6 furlongs in the Louisiana Futurity Boys, and fillies in the Louisiana Futurity Girls. Fairgrounds Thursday. First post 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific.
And Justify comes roaring home. He's just perfect, and now he's just immortal. In the back, 600,000. Thank you.
In the back, Show Barn, 475,000.
435,000. Jesse side. Thank you both.
Hey, what's this all about?
Well, these guys?
Yeah.
They're only here on race day. Such a brilliant ride from off the pace. You must have been confident going into the turn.
It did.
With the TVG app, I can have a day at the track whenever I want, right at home. Look, you can track results, stream live races. You can even place bets, all from your phone.
All from your phone.
There's a new home of horse racing. Yours. Get a 50% bonus on your first deposit up to $250.
TVG Sunday. 3-year-old fillies in a Kentucky Oaks prop. Play the Grade 2 Santa Ynez from Santa Anita. Brought to you by Spendthrift Farm. Watch and wager Sunday. Santa Anita, first post, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific.